Hello, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Tropical NHL. Yeah, how do you guys like the new microphone, man? I'm testing this out. It's a Justin Barron hockey card. This is what the mic is going to be for today's video. So yeah, today we're here to talk about Lane Hutson. People have been hyped about Lane Hutson. I have been hyped about Lane Hutson, and he played 2 games against the Detroit Red Wings, and he was pretty impressive. So I kind of had to make a video talking about him. We made multiple ones talking about Uri Slafkovsky. I think now it's time to talk about Lane Hutson. We've been saying it for years now on this channel. Lane Hutson was going to be the next defensive superstar for the Montreal Canadiens. He went down the rankings in his entry draft because of his size. He got a lot bigger since then. He's still a small defenseman, but he is big enough to perform at the NHL level. I was a bit worried about how he would play against physical opponents. As we saw him play against the Detroit Red Wings, who have a couple of big guys, I'm not too worried now. He is not big, but he plays big on the ice. It's a bit like Nick Suzuki. He's really intelligent with the puck, so he doesn't get involved in physicality that much. Like, one of the reasons on why Nick Suzuki doesn't get injured that much, even though he's not that big. I know he's not that small either. He's just like kind of in the middle. But the reason on why Nick Suzuki never gets injured that much is because he plays with his hockey IQ. When you have a lot of hockey IQ, you do not take as much risk as other players, and that's one of the reasons why I feel like Nick Suzuki doesn't get injured, because he doesn't put himself in those situations. He's like 2 moves ahead of everybody. And when I saw Lane Hutson play, I saw a lot of similarities in terms of hockey IQ with Nick Suzuki. So for that, I think he'll be fine. Even though he's not the biggest, even though he's not the tallest, I think that with his hockey IQ, he's going to prevent himself from going in those situations that puts him at risk. He's going to be fine even though he's small. When you look at guys like Quinn Hughes, for example, he's pretty much around the same size, and he's been pretty much fine. He's probably one of the favorites to win the Norris Trophy this year, and he was absolutely amazing in his first season as the Vancouver Canucks captain. So yeah, the way he played in the offensive zone was really impressive. The way he skates at the blue line, he moves around, confused the opponent completely. On the 28th goal of Uri Slafkovsky in the last game at the Bell Center, it was absolutely amazing. He was moving the puck at the blue line, making the forwards go closer to him, and as soon as the shooting lane got open, he took a shot to the net. Uri Slafkovsky deflected it and scored a goal. I feel like this is going to be probably one of the most efficient ways that Lane Hutson is going to acquire points in the National Hockey League. And when a guy like Uri Slafkovsky that showed to be really good at deflecting pucks at the end of the season, I mean, how many goals did he score deflecting a puck? He's really good at deflecting them. Pretty impressive deflections as well. Those deflections reminded me a lot of Joe Pavelski, so if he can continue to grow that game, it's going to be a pretty nasty combo on the power play. And not even just on the power play, at 5-on-5 as well. The way he circles the pucks reminds me as well of PK Subban. I think he's the best puck-moving defenseman, offensive defenseman we've had since PK Subban. As soon as he touches the puck, people at the Bell Center get excited. People in front of their TVs get excited. This is the type of player that sells tickets. And I feel like as soon as next season, he's going to perform and he's going to be one of the favorites for the Calder Trophy. Playing under Martin St. Louis is going to help him grow a lot. He's going to be able to play his game and learning at the same time as well how to play into the Montreal Canadiens system. So yeah, I'm not worried at all about Lane Hutson, his size and all of that. I know some people were like, oh, but you want that sign long term in Montreal. Those are just Canadiens haters, man. It happens every time. When Cole Caulfield was performing in the NCAA, it was like, oh, but he won't sign with the Montreal Canadiens. He has no interest into signing with the Montreal Canadiens. People said the same about Lane Hutson. Look at him now. He signed with the Habs. After it was, it won't translate to the NHL. He's too small. Same thing with Lane Hutson. But the way he played in those 2 games, we can already tell that it's going to translate in the NHL. After it's going to be, but he won't sign long-term with the club. Look at Cole Caulfield. He did. Why not Lane Hutson? Like, we are in a different era. The reason why players didn't want to sign with the Montreal Canadiens before was because of the management that was there prior to Kent Hughes. Mark Bergevin was the reason on why free agent didn't want to sign with the club on why players didn't want to stay long-term in Montreal, because he had that boring old-ass mentality. And that's not what Kent Hughes, Jeff Gorton, Chantal Maccabi, and all this new management have shown to be doing with the Habs. So yeah, I feel like players, free agents will come more and more, be more interested to come in Montreal because of the new management. So we're not in the past anymore. We have a new team, a new coach, a new management. Y'all need to calm down with those PTSD. And as for the people saying, okay, calm down with Lane Hutson, it's a small sample, he only played 2 games, don't get too excited. Can we be excited? Like, come on, can we be excited? I know he only played 2 games and it's a small sample, but like, come on, you can already tell that this kid is going to be the real thing. Like, you don't have to be an NHL scout to know that this kid has something special in him. Just look at the confidence he had moving the puck in the offensive zone in his first 2 games. Just imagine how good he will be when he'll be in his prime and when he'll be comfortable playing at the NHL level. It's going to be absolutely nasty. If I had a great comparison, I'd say Adam Fox. He plays a similar game to Adam Fox, but he is more similar to Quinn Hughes in terms of size. So I mix both of them. If you take some of the things Quinn Hughes does with some of the things Adam Fox does, you end up with Lane Hutson. So future is bright for the Montreal Canadiens. So yeah, I think he's going to play with the Habs next season. It's going to be interesting to follow. I think he's going to be one of the favorites heading into this season to win the Calder Trophy. Would be nice to see his dynamic duo with Macklin Celebrini coming into the Habs. Would be nasty. But I doubt that the Montreal Canadiens are going to get first overall. If I had to put a little $5 on who is going to get first overall this year, I'd give it to the new Utah team. I mean, I'm saying it like that. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they end up with the first overall. So yeah, you have all the rights in the world to be excited about Lane Hutson. This kid is going to be amazing. Yes, he's small, doesn't matter. Look at Quinn Hughes, they're around the same size. And he's one of the nominees for the Norris Trophy. So y'all come down, it's not the 1980s anymore. Small players are able to perform at the NHL level. Yes, size can help on some parts of the game, but it's not only that. The NHL nowadays is about speed, it's about skills, it's about hockey IQ, and Lane Hutson has every single one of those things. So yes, Lane Hutson is going to be a superstar. I can expect him to be almost a point per game defenseman in his prime. I think he's going to be happy with the Canadiens. I think he's going to sign long-term with the team. I don't think it's an issue at all. So yeah, for all of the haters that are pissed off that we got a pretty good defenseman at a pretty low draft ranking, y'all can just leave. Don't hate in the comments. I'm not about that. And you Leafs fans saying, oh, Lane Hutson is a bust. Don't say that here. I never said Matthew Knies was a bust. I never said anything about your prospects. I think they all have great potential. It's the same thing for every young guys in the league. You need teams to be good for it to be entertaining. So I don't get why people are like hating on other teams. You can't hate the team. Like, you cannot root for them, but be realistic talking about it at least. When you see a guy that has potential, it's not because he's playing on your rival's team that he's going to be a bust. That's not how it works, unfortunately. So yeah, that's my opinion on Lane Hutson. This kid's going to be a superstar. Can't wait for next season to see him play. It's going to be intense. It's going to be fun. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a like. Let's try and get 100 likes on this video. That would be awesome. It's been your boy Tropical NHL, and I'll see y'all later for another video. Have a nice rest of your day, and bye-bye.